back to my channel. Mermaid Nina here with, well, it's kind of a sad topic. It's actually a topic that is very new. Disney made a very big, unexpected announcement. I think it was about 2 days ago now, that kind of, well, it upset many people, myself included. So for those of you not in the know, Disney has decided to discontinue its Magical Express service, which ran from airport to your Disney resort. They have decided to discontinue this service based on the fact that transportation options are just more readily available, more than they were before. They claim more guests are doing things like ride shares, Ubers, and other such things. Therefore, they don't need to provide that service anymore. I'm not really sure. The announcement was a little, well, it caught many people off guard. Me personally, I kind of wonder if someone pressed the send button a little too soon. Not too sure on that, but we're going to talk about that. So, for those of you who do not know, Disney's Magical Express was a complimentary free service provided by Disney when you booked a Disney package, vacation package, staying at one of the Walt Disney World Resort hotels. So you would fly into MCO, which is the Orlando airport, and you would just get on the bus. You would just get on Disney's Magical Express bus, and they would take you to your resort along with your luggage. Easy breezy, it was beautiful. I am actually a huge fan of the service, and being a travel agent, it is something that I would say about 99% of my clients would use as well. It was nice to have a system that was not only complimentary, but it was easy. Disney really did just kind of take care of you. As soon as you landed to the airport, you really didn't have to do anything. Disney took over. You kind of started that Disney magic, that Disney bubble instantly as soon as you got off the airplane. Now, of course, since COVID, Disney is, well, they haven't been picking up your luggage. So since COVID, you did have to go to baggage claim, pick up your own luggage, but you were still able to ride the bus. Of course, pre-COVID, Disney would pick up the bags for you and deliver them to your resort for you. You would just go into your room and poof, your bags are there. It was a very nice service. There were some issues with the service, which I will get into, but first we're going to talk about, well, the announcement. So, of course, many people got instantly upset. Many people are freaking out. I cannot believe this. First of all, I am also upset. My family uses that service. We absolutely love the Magical Express. We love the little videos that they play when you get on the bus. It's very entertaining, especially if you have little ones. Speaking of little ones, it was also extremely convenient if you had little ones, because you did not need a car seat. In fact, Disney's Magical Express would not even allow you to use your car seat. So for families with young kids, you didn't have to think about that. That was taken out of the equation. You did not have to figure out how to haul your car seat, pack your car seat, install your car seat. It was kind of just an easy, simple experience, but we absolutely loved Disney's Magical Express. So people are upset about this. I get it. But what are they so upset about? Are they upset because Disney's not offering the service at all? Therefore, they're taking away kind of that easy breeziness of it all. This I totally get. I loved that Disney kind of just took care of it for you. You didn't have to think about it. You just get on the bus, they take you to your resort, vacation starts instantly. But here's the other thing people are freaking about. They don't know what to do for 2022 because this service ends starting January 1st, 2022. That's right, you heard me. It's a year away. People are royally freaking out. What are they gonna do in 2022? How am I gonna get to my Disney resort? I have some answers for you regarding that, or at least my personal opinion. But there are two kind of sides to the story about this. A, are you upset? Well, more than two, I should say. Are you upset because there's no longer a complimentary service? Are you upset because you feel like the Disney magic is somehow disappearing from your trip because you are not riding on the Magical Express? Or are you upset because now you have to figure out what to do? How are you going to get from airport to Disney Resort? So we're going to talk about that. So first thing, I get the lack of complimentary is a huge thing. People love free. They love hearing the word free. I get that. I love hearing the word free too. In fact, to let you know on something that is also free, I am free. I am a travel agent who specializes in Disney vacations, and I am 100% free to my clients as long as I am the one who physically books your trip, books you at a Walt Disney World resort. I am free. You don't pay me, Disney pays me. So there you go. There's a little bit of freeness to help you out, but I get it. People love free. But here's the situation. Disney has been offering this complimentary free service for about 15 years now in the area, and I'm talking Orlando or theme parkish kind of venues. Disney World is still the only supplier, the only venue right now that is offering a complimentary service. That's right, you heard me. If you go and vacation at Disneyland, you have to pay for a shuttle. If you want to go on a Disney cruise, you have to pay for the shuttle. If you want to visit Universal Orlando, which by the way, I also book, you have to pay for a shuttle. So Disney World is one of the only people kind of left over offering a complimentary service. I kind of get business-wise why they might want to discontinue the service. For people worried about the lack of magic, I get it. I 100% get it. There was something truly magical about getting off the airplane and knowing everything was taken care of for you. Something about getting on a bus, playing a Disney cartoon, you just felt safe. You were excited. I mean, you're headed on your Disney vacation. Nothing was more magical to me than riding on the Magical Express, going through the, I don't even know what you call it, the pillar that says, "Welcome to Walt Disney World." I mean, that was like huge, teary kind of cry moment for many people. So I get that. I get the feeling of, is Disney losing its magic? But again, this is a year away. I strongly think Disney had to end their contract with Mears, which we will get into, so that they may be able to provide a different service. That's right, you heard me. Disney may be making an announcement in the near future about a different type of service. This service most likely will be fee-based, but again, all the other companies are charging. So let's not get too wrapped up in this just yet. I get people want free. I get people loved the magicness of it all, but we are a year away from this being discontinued. And I strongly believe that Disney would not leave all of their guests, hundreds and thousands of people, kind of left high and dry without the ability to get to one of their resorts. Disney wants you staying on their property. Disney wants you to come vacation with them. I just do not see them just canceling all forms of transportation, period. So that is my tip on this. Let's wait and see. I highly expect Disney will announce something. Third issue, how am I going to get from airport to my resort? Well, for those in the know, a few hours after Disney made this huge announcement, Mears, which is actually the company that operates Disney's Magical Express, did put out an announcement that they will provide service for Walt Disney World guests to and from the airport. Again, I expect them to charge for this service, but that is not leaving anyone high and dry. So if Disney's going to discontinue it, Mears is saying, you know what? Pick us. We will take you there. So that's a little kind of way to kind of solve your issue with the people who are totally freaking out right now about what to do in 2022. Again, a year from now. There, of course, are other options. Now, being a travel agent, I do provide these options to my guests. for people who don't want to take the Magical Express. So you're thinking, well, Nina, why wouldn't you want to take the Magical Express? It sounds so amazing. Plus it was free. Why would people not want to take it? This is why. The Magical Express, although being free and being a little magical, took a long time. So you have to think, by the time you get off your airplane, before when you had to not get your bags and now when you do have to get your bags, either way, you had to get from the airplane to the transportation level with or without your bags. Then you had to wait in line. You had to wait in line to check in. Granted, that line could be 5 minutes and it could be 20 minutes. Depends on the season, depends on the time of year, depends on many factors. Then they would tell you to get into a certain bus lane. That is a bus that will take you to your resort. But they also go to about 2 or 3 other resorts, which means multiple stops. So Disney's Magical Express, not only did you have to wait in line, you had to wait a line again when they gave you your bus line number and wait for your bus. Then you're finally on the bus. Woohoo! This is the part that I love. But then, what if your resort is not the first stop? What if your resort is the last stop? Again, when this service was complimentary, this was not an issue. I loved driving up to the other resorts and seeing them. But this is an issue for people who have a dining reservation they're trying to get to, or they kind of have a short trip and they're trying to maximize their time. They did not want to waste precious Disney moments on the bus, waiting for the bus to go from resort to resort. Another issue with Disney's Magical Express, and I'm going to talk pre-COVID, is if you allow Disney's Magical Express to pick up your own luggage, they claim they will deliver it to your hotel room within 3 hours. I am going to say that has never happened to me. My bags have never, ever, ever made it to my room in that 3-hour time slot. I'm going to go with more like 4 to 5 hours. So again, it's another issue. If you are flying in at night and you are just trying to get to your hotel just so you can go to sleep, or you have kids who have PJs and toothbrushes and loveys and pillows and all sorts of craziness that they need to sleep in your suitcase, you will be like me and you're waiting and waiting and waiting for bellhop to deliver your luggage so your kids can finally go to sleep. Of course, this was my tip. I would tell parents to either pick up their bags or place those type of kid items in their carry-on so you aren't like me and waiting for your suitcase. But these are issues with Magical Express, why people opted to not take that complimentary service. So people were indeed hiring private car companies, which I do have access to. They were hiring Ubers. They were just calling Uber. Uber is pricey, but it's quick. Uber's taking you from airport to your hotel. Bada bing, bada boom, it's done. You are there. Other people were driving, which means you have to rent a car, which can be pricey. And then you have to pay to stay on property. And I remember when this announcement came out, people freaked out. It was the end of the world. Disney is taking away all the magic. They are charging to stay on property. But again, Disneyland, Universal Orlando, and even if you drive your car to the port to go on a cruise, you have to pay for parking. So Disney's just kind of following suit with what other suppliers are doing. Again, speaking from a business standpoint, I get it. So what do? Where do we go from here? My suggestion, just sit tight. Sit tight and wait. We can't even book 2022 Disney vacations yet. And I am sure by the time we can, which is usually summer, around June or July, Disney will announce that 2022 is open. I expect that at that time, Disney will have some sort of transportation situation that we can add on. Who knows? Maybe they're going to bring back minivans. They have all those vehicles. What are they doing with them? Why not bring back the minivan service? Maybe they're expecting everyone to take the train to Disney Springs and then hop on a bus and go from Disney Springs to your resort. I don't know. But the fact that Mears Transportation, who is the company that was already driving and operating Magical Express, has said they will pick us up and take us to our resort, to me, problem solved. So I am just gonna sit back and wait for further announcements. But I get it, guys. I get that it feels like the end of an era. I feel like it's Friends over here. It's the end of an era. To stop providing a complimentary service that they have been doing for about 15 years does kind of hurt a little bit. To have them stop operating something that just felt like you were jumping into the Disney magic instantly from landing to the airport does kind of sting a little bit. I get it. But as Walt always says, you need to move on. We need to progress. Things are always going to be changing, and this is just one of those situations. So rather than getting myself all upset over the loss of Disney's Magical Express, I am going to put my faith into Disney and highly assume they are going to come out with some sort of announcement of some sort of service to help us get from point A to point B. But for those of you who are longing for Disney's Magical Express, let's book a trip for 2021. Let's take the bus now. We have a whole year to experience Disney's Magical Express. See that? You can go to Disney parks and buy your own die-cast car Disney's Magical Express toy so you too can remember the magic always. I will say that I bought this years ago for my son. It's priced at 17 bucks, although I'm sure now it's cost more. But it includes all three of the Disney transportation vehicles, which is the bus to the parks from your resort, Disney's Magical Express, which is the bus you take from the airport to your resort, and the Disney Cruise Line bus. So yeah, it's a cute little kit, and it's a way you can remember the good old days if that's how you're feeling. But speaking of Disney Cruise Line, does this also affect the Disney Cruise Line bus? I guess we will have to wait and see. But for those of you who may be freaking out a little further, I will tell you the announcement did say Disney is still doing all other forms of transportation. So all other forms of resort to park transportation is still operational. Monorails, buses, boats, and Skyliners will still be happening. This announcement only affects the transportation from airport to resort. So anyway, I hope you guys found this video helpful or at least informational, or at least maybe stopped you from freaking out, because I get this was a huge announcement. I wasn't expecting it. I definitely had some feelings, but we need to just move on. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am gonna try to put out these types of informative tips, travel agent kind of secret knowledge videos out about once a week, so please stay tuned for that. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Please, please, please press the subscribe button, turn it gray, click the bell icon for notifications, like this video, and comment. What are your thoughts about Disney's Magical Express? I want to know. But again, right now we are having all the feels, and I get it, but it's a year away. So take it for what it is. But anyway, I appreciate the watch, guys. Mahalo for watching. Nina, out. Bye.